I was 17, and at 17 you have to go to school. So every day that I wake up, I was taking a shower before going to school and taking a shit. And while I was in the toilet, I was fapping before taking the shower and after I went to school. So the day just started and I was already feeling a fatigue with me because after fapping you're already like a big down. You always have that. So I was going to school and not even listening to all my teachers. I was just on my phone all day and yeah, I'm not the top student. And when I came back from school, first thing I did, I was kind of bored, so I went fapping again. So that was already my second time of the day. After, I was playing a lot of video games. And at the end of the day, right before going to bed, I was fapping a last time, so that the crash of fapping was what I needed to go to sleep. So then after, I could sleep and do a whole night of good sleep. Good sleep. That was my everyday life around 16, 17. And I was feeling pretty normal because I was talking about this with friends and they were doing like things similar. Like they were fapping a lot and things like that. So at my senses, it was pretty normal to do it. And I had no confidence in myself. Like I wasn't approaching people. I wasn't like the leader of the group. I was nothing like that. I was just like on my side in the class and just working on myself. I just thought about it and it was when I was around 15 because at 16, 17 I was in a relationship and I was I was kind of doing it a lot, so I stopped fapping for this time. Like I was fapping maybe once a week. So it was really when I was 15. I meant like I was fucking a lot. And I wasn't productive at all while I was on the fapping and fucking thing. Also because instead of working on myself or working on a project or maybe a business that I would have started at this age, I was constantly losing and wasting time doing this, which doesn't bring me anything more in my life and actually makes me more susceptible to have like depression, anxiety, stress and things like that. And that was pretty much my life. When my friends would ask me if I wanted to go outside and do maybe like soccer or like doing an activity, I will always say no because I didn't want to. And while they were doing that activity, I would literally go and fabricate. No, that was really like some crazy things. And when I think about it now, I'm feeling really proud of myself that I stopped. But at this time, like in my head, it was a normal thing to do and it was just like, okay. Like nobody ever taught me that it was something bad or that it would impact my life so badly. So I was just doing what I thought was best for me. And at one point in my life, I kind of thought about what I wanted to do like later in my life. And I chose that I wanted to become someone financially free. And I know that a lot of people have this kind of mindset too. But I really thought to myself, like, it's cool that I have this objective, but what does it take to achieve that? And I thought about myself when I will achieve this goal. Like, what will be my habits? What would I do? And things like that. And after really thinking about it, I really thought, like, am I really still going to fap at like 30 or 35 and having like 2 million in my bank account and having like a lot of girls around me and things and still being on the internet fapping to random girls and nudes and things like that? And that was really a turning point for me. That's when I really realized that something wasn't going well and that I shouldn't do that. So that's where I tried to stop fapping, but like pretty much everyone, it's not because you first try to start that you're stopping. Like it's kind of a long journey. There's some special cases, but in general, it's really long and it's a lot of effort needed. And I wasn't having any guidance. Like there's nobody in my family that was pushing me and saying like, oh, let's go, Wesley, you can do it, or anything. Because, well, first of all, I didn't talk about it with my family because I was kind of ashamed now that I knew like everything bad that is adjacent with that. And after doing a lot of research, I finally figured out that it was really a bad thing. So it took me a really long time before I could finally drop that bad habit and financially break free from that. Actually, it's pretty recent, like I think it's like from 2 to 3 months now that I completely forgot about porn. I'm no longer fapping to anything, and I feel really proud of myself. When I look at my day, it's essentially just work on myself, work on my businesses, and I have no malicious thoughts. Like I don't think about porn at all. I don't fap, that's for sure. And I feel like my mind is now free. And before it was like in a prison. Like when I would have free time, I would go and fap. Now if I have free time, I work on something useful that I know will help me become financially free later. I remember before when I was fapping a lot, every day that I would wake up, I would already feel tired. I was already tired and I just sleep. So that was like something really strange. Like think about it. You go to sleep to basically feel energized the next morning. And when I would wake up, I would already feel tired, as if I had to go and sleep again. And I just did a full 8 hours of sleep. So there was really something wrong with what I was doing. And now that I stopped, every day when I wake up, I feel so much energy in myself. Like I have the feeling that today I will accomplish like big things in my life. Like I will build things, and like that feeling is so great and something so purposeful. And I have a lot of motivation to create things. Before I knew that I had to work on myself and work on things, but I wouldn't find time in the day or even the motivation to start doing these. Reflect on yourself for a moment. I will do too, but because it's my video, I will reflect on myself. I knew what I had to do. Like for example, I'm pretty sure you have in your mind right now your business. Maybe it's like, I don't know, copywriting or things like that. The thing that you really want to do, and you know what you have to do to accomplish this business, but you know you don't really want to because you feel like you have other things to do, but you don't have other things to do. It's just like procrastination, and you don't have the motivation to start it. So the question is, where is all your motivation? Well, it just wasted because you go and fap. So maybe you don't believe me, and it's okay, I'm just here talking about myself. But my advice to you is just try it. Like, if you really stop fapping, you will see directly the differences. You will have so much motivation for all things, and you'll feel like a completely new person at all. I also saw a big improvement in my physical abilities. I was doing a lot of workouts before. I was jumping rope in my house, not in my house, outside of my house, but basically at home instead of going to the gym. And I also tried and went to the gym. And when I stopped, like right now, I can see in my gym development and just the weight that I push, I made like a big improvement on that. First of all, I have more motivation to go to gym because now I actually feel like I want to go to the gym and not that it's a chores that I have to do. And when I go to the gym, I feel more proud of myself because I know that today I did something really great for myself, and I have now the discipline to continue doing it every day. It's been like 2 months now and I didn't miss a single day. Every day that I have to go to the gym, I went to the gym. I did my whole workout, and when I went back to my house, I wrote on my journal like, all the emotion that I felt and the improvement that I made, and I have a lot of notes on that. So I can't really show you my notes because it's kind of personal, but Like you get what I mean. And to come back on what I said when I was at school and the confidence that I had in myself, like I was talking to almost no one except the person that would come and talk to me. But I mean, like, I was not standing for myself. I was just talking with people that would talk to me, and I wasn't initiating any conversation at all. Now I'm approaching people, like it can be girls, it can be boys. I don't care about the genders. I just, if I find someone that is like kind of lonely, for example at gyms, I will just go and fist bump that person and just start randomly talking with him. And I saw in myself like something that I wasn't doing before, because before I wasn't even talking with anyone. I would just like focus on my workout and kind of don't give a fuck about anyone else. But now I'm literally like entering the gym and fist bumping like a random person that I never talked about. I never talked to them at all, and now I'm just fist bumping them and continuing like to go do my workout. And while I'm doing my workout, I see everyone around me, probably fappers. I don't want to be mean or anything, but I saw something. It's like 80 to 90% of people are still fapping to porn and everything. So I kind of assume that like 9% out of 10 is still fappers, and that's kind of my mentality right now. And so I can see that all these people are just on their phone scrolling and literally doing nothing. Like I saw someone that was right next to me on his phone, literally on calculator, doing 1 + 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. And when I saw that, like in myself, I laughed because I don't know if I find it funny. I still laugh right now, and I just by remembering it. But I also feel like I felt sorry for that person. And I went to talk to him because I figured out that if he's doing like this on his calculator, he has nothing to do and he just wants to pass time. And I was sure that he wasn't going to talk to me. And I just finished my set. I was like this, like on the chair at gym. And I was waiting for my next set. And I looked at my left, sorry. Well, I don't know in the YouTube video. Anyway, I looked there. And I saw that he was on his calculator, and I just approached him. I said like, "Oh hi, I see that you're doing this workout. My name is Wesley. What is yours?" And bang, conversation started, and now I'm just talking with him. I find out what is his name, what he's doing in his free time, why he's going to the gym. And I figured out so much about him, and now we're kind of friends. Like every time I go to the gym, I fist bump him, and I'm asking like what he's doing right now and things. But I know that I wouldn't ever try to do something like this before, when I was still like in this fapper mentality and fapping every day and all. And having stopped these bad habits have made me someone more capable of doing good habits. I'm meditating more, I'm journaling a lot. I have workouts to do. I read a lot now. I read like for maybe 2 hours every day. Like 1 hour and 30 is like by audiobook while I'm walking outside. And 30 minutes full on a book. And just taking notes about the books and things. Like my quality of life I've improved so much just by me changing this one habit, which is this addiction to porn and fapping. And so the benefits that it gave me is so big that I actually really want to help at least 3 persons to just get free from this addiction, especially. Just imagine yourself like being at my place right now with all these benefits and just being free from this bad habit, just being free from this addiction. Like even if it's not the same addiction, maybe you're smoking, maybe you're doing drugs, these are all addictions. And just imagine yourself for like 1 minute being free from all this, having all this new time to do things, all this mental sharpness to stay focused on what you want to accomplish, and like all these good things in your life happening. Because when you drop all your bad habits, you can only have good habits now. I don't know if it makes sense. It made sense when I say it, but anyway, Imagine having all these good things happening in your life. That's what I'm imagining for you. And because I felt it, I can relate on people that are at this stage in their life. I know successful people that don't have any bad habits anymore. They only have good habits. Their time is managed to the second, and they know that at this time they have to do this, at this time they have to do this. And you may think that it's sad to think that way, like you don't have time for free time anymore because everything is calculated. But you accomplish so much more when you have like a full 2 hours of deep work and working on something that you prepare like last night and just finishing. Like for myself, I'm pretty sure I do at least 5 to 10 times more work than someone like average, just because I have these deep work things. These deep works, 2 hours, 3 hours. I do minimum of 4 hours of deep work each day. And deep work is like full on concentrating on the task that I want to accomplish. No distraction, no cell phone, no nothing. Just full on focus. I have my water bottle just here. And just like being full concentrated on that task. But that's something that you can accomplish if you have a bad addiction, because first of all, you can focus for a long time. Like in the 4 hours that I'm talking about, every 15 minutes to 20 minutes, you have to go on your cell phone, you have to go and file. You will do anything else but focusing. And I really want to help people get to this point where I'm at right now and dropping your bad habits. And that's why I'm actually offering a coaching package with a coaching program. And in the description, first link in the description below, I have this link. It's a free book call with me to see if we can fit together, if we're a good match. It's free, so this won't cost you any money. It's just to see if we're a great match, because I would feel so fulfilled if I can help at least 3% get away from this bad habits, addiction, and things like that. And I have a full-on proof method that works. So I really want to help you get through this, but I can't make the step for you. So if you're tired of trying different strategies, that you see on internet and things like that, you can just book a call with me and we'll talk about this. So that's really how I transformed myself into before I was someone like with no confidence at all. I was always tired, don't want to do anything in my life, to now I'm focusing on myself 100%, having big blocks of 4 hours of deep work. I can approach anyone. And I really hope that you can become like this too.
By the way, my coaching package is at the lowest it will ever be.
So I really hope this video helped you make your choice and actually doing that transformation and finally quitting porn. On that, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.